Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Orlando Orbits. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, is Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Orlando Orbits. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film will be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this will be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy night, and we are underway from the City Beautiful. That'll be taken in the end zone, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
And what qualities really attracted Kansas City to move up to get Patrick Mahomes? We know it's the big arm. He got that from his dad, a former major league pitcher, but also has the moxie and the ability to move outside of the pocket and make any throw you want, across body, all the way downfield, the short stuff. This guy's got it all.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
came out in a power set. That only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Here we go now.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 11, but it'll still... lead to a 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Fielded at the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by their big-bodied electric quarterback, Cam Newton.
And when he's at the top of his game, you see that big smile, that's when you know everything is clicking. That means he's accurate throwing the football. They can't get him down in the run game, and his team is having a whole lot of fun because when they score a touchdown, some fan's going to get lucky and get the game ball.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Newton on 1st down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
On 2nd down, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And let's take a look at the defensive starters for Kansas City.
Justin Houston is an elite edge pass rusher, and he has the speed to get upfield quickly, and offensive tackles have to respect that. But also, he has great hands, ability to get their hands away from his body and then make a move either inside or outside to get to the quarterback.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first. First down, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
There we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here we go. Green 39.
On the run, this is Hunt. Room here to run. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 40, the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big... Play there for KC, 78 yards. So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10 clear on the other side of the field.
Here we go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Here we go. Green 90. Green.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Nick Perry coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So no problems at all on that one. And you know there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. To throw on second down is Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They fake the give. Newton. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters to play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
On second down, here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get him down here at the 23. First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Blue 45.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's third down.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They go play fake. Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on third and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And his pass incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Second and 10, Newton again. And he's going to have the hook up to Izzo. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
20.
Now it's Newton. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it seems almost effortless.
Chris Jones on the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
To throw on second down. Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And they'll go on the ground. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. And before they can run another play, the clock hits triple zeros. And time is up on the first quarter. 3-0 is our score. The NFL on EA Sports continues right after this message. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Orlando in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, it's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And that is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And they'll run it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Newton, flush to his right. Toward the pylon, caught. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to strike for 6. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. They've been faced with a tough test today here. Crowd's been really good. They're struggling. He's struggling. We'll see if they can pick things up.
And the crowd has had an impact, and they feel good about that because he's not playing very well. Not getting the ball to the right places, not doing things he normally does. He's got to find a way to turn it around against this hostile group.
Yeah, because on the road, don't you look to your quarterback a lot?
You have to, because you certainly can't look to the crowd to help you. They're there to be against you, so your quarterback has to lead you. And the best way he can do it is to play well.
And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready, blue 45, blue.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Ryan Shazier. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready, green 39, green 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill. Chiefs are in for 6. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And down he goes just beyond the 35, but that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Newton now to throw. And James has it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now it's Hunt. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. So there on that play offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. Cam Newton getting ready to go again on offense. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back across the 30 to the 31-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Hard throw, incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Great coverage there, holds them to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the... And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 80. 2 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Point after now from Sturgis. Sturgis for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now, he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
Now he's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. They go play action here on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Start looking for big-time corners. We're going to start with athleticism, but without technique, you're not going to make plays as one we just saw there.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the 2nd quarter. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now back out comes the offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Escaping the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Well, Ray, seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now's a play caller.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown, as his guys are in for 6. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
The try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go now. 3.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Kenny Stills. $75 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Sturgis adds the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, If you're in a bad situation, laddie,
Let's go.
don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie. That was the nicest thing he called me.
The offense on third down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90. I got him. Flex round. Flex round.
He'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. He'll drop to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are able to make this a close game again. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right... turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Ready, green, 90. Green.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's caught, Stills, right side. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you cross town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. In our game, still a lot to keep an eye on. Guys battling, trying to make a ball club. We'll send it back to 2 guys already on our team. That's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. Close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. First throw now for the backup, Bortles. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit, but how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
Now Bortles. And his throw here is incomplete. The offense on third down tonight. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing now is Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go! Ryan 38!
From the gun, Ellison. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
Here we go!
Throwing on 1st down. Ellison. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go!
Off play action. Ellison. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Here we go! Ryan 38!
Operating from the gun, Ellison. And this is going to be incomplete.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On 4th down, Ellison. He finds Roberts, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So now only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Ellison. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
To throw on 3rd down. Ellison nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson able to track him down for a loss of 13. And it'll bring up 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Rivers able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And caught. This is Bennett, the tight end. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that, that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find a good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Here we go. 1-9.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On third down, Ellison can't get away, and he's taken down. Cam Chancellor able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
He's going to field this at the 4. That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Lucy.
Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 23 yards on the play.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Bortles, and he rifles one incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Green 80.
From the gun on third down, Bortles eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
Now this is a feeling I can relate to all too well. Deflation on 3rd and short. Excellent coverage. Took away all the short routes, but the one person who wasn't accounted for, the quarterback. And he used his legs to hot-foot it for a first down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Green 80.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hank. 11.
Bortles going to try and throw on 3rd down. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumble. It's loose. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
No coach. Your team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And they'll run it here. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
It's really come into vogue to talk about the different gaps that the defense tries to attack in an offensive line. And most of the time we're talking about blitzes. How many times have you heard double A-gap blitz? But where is the A-gap? It's the space between the center and the guards, either side. So when you're having a double A-gap blitz, that's two guys coming through that gap. In this situation, though, that A-gap wasn't open for the defense to exploit. The offensive line took care of it, protected it, and moved the defensive guys out of the way to allow for that nice run.
Automatic first down.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be, but we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Allison. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That is taken down. A Chiefs sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here we go. Grand 38.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Here we go. Grand 38.
To throw on third down, Ellison. And that is incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Taken in at the 11. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Foreman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here we go now. Blue Niners.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Over the middle, complete. It's McLaughlin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure.
And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He got 29 yards that time. Well, they've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, some strong running. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage. Knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times and made a nice play.
They'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Going right side here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Bartney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you say, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll look to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
They'll set up to throw. Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They struggle to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Here we go.
And on the ground they go with the running back. Got some room at the 30. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What?
To throw again. Allison. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Allison going for the deep ball. And this is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a first. First and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Let's go. Grand 38.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, and now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often. But you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think
there.
that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half. No quick. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Justin Houston in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Let's go. What? 90.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there. Would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
Flex round! Flex round! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
Back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Ohio! 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 Check, 47. Ohio! Ohio!
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Flex round! Flex round! Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Ohio! 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 Ohio!
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Grand 38! Grand 38! Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Chiefs are likely going to win the football game.
you.